Hello, ladies and gentlemen. MarauderX here, and I am just livid right now. Okay, so I just went on YouTube, and one of the channels that I subscribe to, awesome channel if you haven't checked it out, slightly less awesome now, Gaming History Source. I checked them out because this channel was awesome at comparing games that were released on multiple platforms, consoles, you know, seeing the difference between one game and all of its variations. Like, what did they... the biggest one was, like, Earthworm Jim. I loved that one. Showing the differences between, like, the Genesis, the SNES versions, and then, you know, also other things like PC versions, Master System versions, Game Gear versions. If it was a game that was ported to any other console, did its best to show off all of those things. Well, just saw a video uploaded from him saying that SEGA is coming after him. Jesus Christ, again? Really? This bullshit is just tiring. So apparently he's being targeted by someone claiming rights under the name of E-License. And from what he can find out, they are working with SEGA of Japan. They hold some sort of copyright means for releases of SEGA games in Japan. It looks somewhat legitimate. This bullshit's got to stop. I mean, at this point, there's no one to complain to. SEGA of America and SEGA of Europe are pretty much gone because SEGA just downsized. So we can keep yelling at SEGA of Japan, but they don't give two shits about us. They really don't at this point. SEGA of Japan... I hate saying this because it sounds terrible, but I really believe SEGA of Japan is just a very isolated, racist organization. They really do not care about the Western world at all. They focus only on SEGA of Japan and their Japanese audience. They almost seem like they take delight in causing problems for Western fans. And if I'm not accurate about this, SEGA themselves can contact me and we can discuss this. But as it is now, all you're doing is showing that you give not a damn about your audience outside of Japan, because you pulled this bullshit before, targeting SEGA videos, some of which illegally, might I add, illegally targeted videos that just had the title or metadata, but had no gameplay footage, no images, no soundtrack, nothing that was actually copyrighted by SEGA. They just took these down so that they could increase the search ratings for Shining Arc, a game that never made it out of Japan. Because again, they don't care. And I'm sorry that I seem rather pissed off, but I am. I'm exceptionally tired of this. If SEGA's pulling this bullshit again, they're doing it because they think they can get away with it and that they think they own everything on YouTube. Well, I'm kind of tired of this. I really am. I really feel Let's Plays are, you know, a different piece of work, but I'm also one of those people who I have no problem sharing for a license to protect against copyright monkeys that come after people like this. This is one of the reasons why I really don't have too much of a problem with Nintendo wanting to have an ad sharing program. Still waiting to hear how they're going to deal with people who are actually partnered in a network. Still waiting, Nintendo. But this is one of the reasons why I would have no problem paying a little bit of my ad revenue to make sure I don't have to deal with this constant fear of YouTube's heavy-handed copyright system through Content ID and people who blatantly break the law. There are organizations out there that just steal whatever they can to add to their own Content ID so that they can claim it. And when people are getting Content ID claims and copyright flags from nature sounds, when they are out on a walk with a camera from their iPhone recording their walk, that should show to YouTube that shit's broken, yo. And you should fix this. Because, you know, I know YouTube likes to do the Content ID to protect themselves from a lawsuit from a major company like SEGA or Nintendo, but at this point you're pissing off your user base enough to where at some point or another, you're going to face a class action suit against your users. Like, your users are going to file a paperwork against you because, yeah, you're scared of the big, you know, multi-million-dollar companies, but you should also be scared of the tons of people you're fucking over with your heavy-handed system. You're Google, for Christ's sake. You've got money coming out of your ass. Hire people to actually review this to make sure, yes, this person actually does seem like this is a legitimate copyright claim. Click. And then follow the standard appeal process. But don't just blindly let people attack content. It's just as illegal and just as wrong as hosting... No. So, this is a warning to my subscribers. If I get hit by anything Sega related, I'm going to go on the warpath. Again, I will make all of my videos private that are Sega related. I will contact my network, and I will contact a lawyer. Because I am sick and tired of this level of bullshit coming from companies that really don't seem to know how to treat their fans anymore. I have no idea what's going on in the world. But, you know, Sega, you want to say something to me? Say something to me. We can have a nice, pleasant, rational, adult conversation. Or we can have lawyers have a nice... Like, that seems to be the course that they want to take. They seem to want to litigate at this point. Because they just want to attack their fans. And I'm going to say that, you know, a channel like Gaming History Source, that is the definition of educational. Because it chronicles technological differences of one game across multiple platforms. That is its purpose. And if there's anything that should constitute fair use and should be legally protected by, you know, what we currently have here in the US, that's one of them. And YouTube just letting this shit happen, this is unacceptable. It really is. It's unacceptable from YouTube's standpoint. It's unacceptable from Sega's standpoint. It's unacceptable on all of everyone. So yeah, I'm kind of pissed, and now I'm gonna have to be exceptionally cautionary on what I upload here in the future, and that I have to keep my eye on all of my previous uploads. So like I said, in case something happens, I'm gonna, you know, make everything private that's Sega related, and just yell at them again. And hopefully we can get someone else who's larger, like Total Biscuit stepped in the first time because he was hit with a lot of the stuff, and he's since kept his boycott of their materials because Sega has not fixed the problems that they caused the last time this happened. There are still people whose channels and videos are still flagged and things are still problematic because Sega didn't actually do a damn thing to fix it. So, I've lost all faith and respect in Sega as a company, again, and kind of done with them. So this is asinine, and it's disappointing on so many levels. So I'm gonna go and watch my YouTube account like a hawk and make sure I don't get flagged, and if I do, I'll send you guys an update. And here's hoping that it doesn't happen and it's just some company being a twat waffle. Who knows? But go show your support for Gaming History Source. Go check them out. And just keep an eye out and spread the word that this might be happening. Spread the word. That was one of the things that was really beneficial the last time Sega did this, is the fact that people didn't stop talking about it. They made it stay relevant, and as such, Sega couldn't hide behind it falling out of the public view, because a lot of companies seem to think that they can do that. It's like, oh, we're going to cause a problem, and then once the fervor dies down for it, they don't fix anything. Sega has done this before. They hoped to just let everything slide and just ignore it, and, you know, la 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 la, nothing's happening, I can't hear you. And by continuing to discuss it and keep it in the spotlight, they were forced to deal with it. So spread the word. E-licensed Sega companies are pulling complete bullshit maneuvers again, and just be careful.